Mystics, welcome back to my channel, 𝓦𝓱𝓸 𝓘𝓼. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading that is the final part of my soulmate series, besides one extra bonus reading I plan to do next week. But that'll be a surprise. But this week we're kind of going to be doing a big wrap up of the other soulmate readings I did the past 2 weeks. So yeah, it'll be kind of a mashup of everything I've done so far to kind of give a overview on everything in your guys' journey with your soulmate. So as you can see, the groups today are different books. So pile 1 is the Assassin's Blade book, if it'll focus. We have pile 2 or group 2 as Divine Rivals. And then group 3 is A Curse for True Love. And yeah, so take a deep breath, listen to your intuition, and when you pick your group, the timestamps will be in the description box below. I will see you in your reading. Hi pile 1, you guys have the Assassin's Blade book by Sarah J. Maas. I have not read this yet, so please, if y'all are big fans of this series, do not spoil it for me. My best friend loves this series, and so I know it's awesome as hell, so please refrain from spoilers. But today we're going to be starting off with animal spirit cards. I made this giant freaking list of all the things we're going to be getting into today because I wanted to make sure it was a very thorough wrap up to our soulmate stuff so far. So we're going to start off with one animal spirit card for you and your soulmate, as well as one archetype card and tarot card. So I know it sounds like a lot, but you guys will see it better once I get all the cards out. So group number 1's angels, guides, and ancestors that serve their highest good. What is the overall energy of group number 1's soulmate? What is the overall energy of group number 1's soulmate? What's the overall energy of group number 1's soulmate? Thank you, that was really perfect. Their overarching energy. Thank you. And then last but not least, what is the overall energy of group number 1's soulmate? Thank you. And one for group number 1 themselves. Okay, group number 1, I tried to skip through some of the shuffling today since we have a lot of cards to get through, and I don't want this reading to be too unbearingly long, but the animal spirit that came out for you guys is the skunk spirit. Know Your Worth, number 54. And your tarot card that came out was the 3 of Diamonds. And your archetype card is the Threshold. And then your soulmate came out as the Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom, number 67. Their archetype card, or archetype tarot card, is the 10 of Spades, and this is also the Judgment card in this deck. And then we have the Eternal Child. Now, I'm gonna actually start with archetype cards here. If you guys notice, you guys are flaming hot. Literally, like you're on fire. Whereas this person, their fire, their, I want to say heart, like their sun energy is very like tucked away inside of their heart. But you guys wear it on your sleeve. And something I find very intriguing about the way you guys present yourselves is I would dare say that you're a lot more extroverted publicly, but it feels like you're playing a role. Like you guys have a, I'm hearing like a public persona, you know when people's voice change when they talk to strangers? It feels like that's you guys. Like your guys' voice changes, the way you dress changes. You guys might have like a certain outfit or certain things you have to put on. Like maybe you have to do your makeup before you leave the house. But it's like you guys have a way you present yourselves to ensure you have this fire, like you come across this way to other people. Because I don't feel like you guys are insanely extroverted when I tap into your energy. It just feels like make yourself appear that way because it works better with whatever field you're in. And I say that because I feel like you guys are in a field where you work with a lot of different types of people. It's interesting because this could be your workplace where you're talking to a lot of people. I feel a lot of gossip, and it's either your workplace or it's your family and friends. For some of you, you might have family that loves to get tea from you. They love to hear the drama at work in your friend circle. Like your dating life, I'm hearing, and it's something that's like annoying, is like they're in your business always. Because with the skunk here, it's like I'm drawn to how, you know, skunks are all black but they have the white stripe. Like you're trying to blend in and yet you always stand out because there's something intrinsically unique about you. Like you just are that way, you just are unique. And so it's like no matter how much you try to like blend in, and I think you do a good job of blending in, like you clearly, I feel like you're very successful in whatever it is you're doing, and if you're not successful in your career and you don't feel that way, I think that's something that'll be happening to you sooner than later. Because with the threshold here, you guys are like a force to be reckoned with. You guys are like a phoenix energy with the people around you. And I kind of want to say that you guys are almost a wolf in sheep's clothing, where you're meant to be able to blend in like a chameleon, but stick out just enough to kind of trigger people a bit, because that's why I think you're popular or will be popular in whatever field it is, or why so many people befriend you easily. You guys feel like the therapist friend. You guys feel like the type of person where strangers come up to you and they just yap about their whole life story and you're like, why are they telling me this about themselves? But it's because you're similar to lots of different types of people, and you're very publicly warm. Like your energy is very inviting, but it's also a match. It also strikes people into new awakenings. It's very interesting. And it's even more interesting to me because your person has the wolf spirit, right? And obviously wolves are known to be leaders. They're of course in a pack usually, so I feel like your soulmate has a very tight-knit circle around them, whereas you're a lot more collaborative with different types of people. Your soulmate feels like someone who has a tight-knit circle, and it's like they all share very common, I want to say spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs. They have very similar perceptions on these things, whereas I feel like you guys kind of, I'm hearing you play the game in public. You guys definitely could be someone who's into spirituality or a different religion than the majority around you, so you'll talk about whatever the main religion is where you live, but like behind closed doors you have your own beliefs that you don't share with them because it would just be messier than needed, is what I'm hearing. But with your soulmate, I feel like they're very open with the people around them about their spirituality. I find it interesting that this is coming up, but I think it's because your soulmate, with the 10 of Swords here, also Judgment, your soulmate awakens people the same exact way you do, but it's in the opposite way energetically. I hope that makes sense. You're kind of like a firecracker. You stir something up in people immediately when you enter their energy field, whereas your soulmate speaks words to people and it kind of like seeps into them like water. It's something gradual. It's something like you plant seeds that kind of like stick in like thorns, and they speak words and it like flows into people with like a 2 business day delivery service. It's very opposite energy. You guys feel more fiery, and it wouldn't surprise me if you guys were predominantly like air and fire, and they're a lot more water and air. I feel like there's a lot of air energy present, but it shows up in opposite ways. Like even the colors, like this is yellows and oranges, and this is more like there's blue on this card too, and like a rainbow underneath. But it's like the blues and oranges. It's very interesting. I love that. I feel like your guys' soulmate comes across rather stoic or rather reserved, but I feel like with the internal child here, when you get to know this person on a personal level, it's like you have to strip back layers. I'm seeing someone like peeling a pineapple, and you have to like really, you know, you have to cut it. Like pineapples are kind of a bitch to like have, aren't they? You have to cut every single side to open that sucker up. But it feels like this person, like you kind of have to like pull teeth to get this person to share shit with you, is what it feels like. But you guys are good at this. Like I said, you guys kind of dig into people, and it's something I feel like you're good at. You like doing that. Because it doesn't feel like a negative feeling that you guys can't share your spiritual beliefs. I do think sometimes, especially because your soulmate is someone you'll be able to share it with, sometimes you do long for a type of connection where you're able to share your beliefs without having to like filter yourself. But I think that's what this person will be there for, is to like be a source of comfort and someone you can always be honest with. I love how much it feels like you guys balance each other out. It's so funny to me to picture like a wolf here with like a little skunk, like you guys like cuddling up together. It's so funny. Like, you're rather different, but like you could like even like a skunk sprays people when it gets nervous, and like I feel like that's you guys. Like, you don't have, like, you're a tiny creature versus like they're like, you know, a wolf. Wolves are kind of can be vicious, right? But I feel like with skunk, like, you have your own form of defenses that are unique to you. It's so funny. Alright, the threshold. We cross thresholds continually, consciously, and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one. However, you have arrived at a threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the old you thought was so well formed. A new frontier calls. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. Some may not recognize you. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend. Just take that one necessary step toward the future that calls you. I love that that's your guys' energy, because that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you guys are the personification of a phoenix. You kind of trigger people into a free fall of spiritual awakening. And it doesn't even matter like what your spiritual beliefs are. Whatever you are, like the essence of you does this naturally. You don't have to like pick and choose your words. I feel like it's best when you're spontaneous. I feel like you guys are really good at giving like unsolicited advice, but it's good unsolicited advice. Like, it sparks something in other people that they really, really needed. And it's scary. I feel like it's scary because the things that you provoke in people push past all of their barriers that they put on themselves. But that's why it's so rich. That's why you're such like a spark. I just keep wanting to like use synonyms to do with like flames and sparks and like a match, or I'm seeing like sparklers. You just trigger people in the best way. The eternal child. The eternal child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles becoming bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The eternal child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. That is so fascinating, because I was saying earlier that this person feels very reserved, but underneath they have this, and I'm going to use the word again, you're probably going to hear me say spark a lot this reading, but they have a spark hidden deep beneath their bones is what I'm hearing. And I was saying, like, these people awaken people the same way you do, it's just in a very different way. It just feels like you guys are literally like fire and water. It makes me think of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, where they're like opposites but they make a perfect pair, but they don't think they do at first. I feel like that's gonna be you guys when you meet this person. You're like, there's no way this is gonna work, but the more you get to know them and the more you guys spend time together, you're gonna see how well you guys work together. I feel like this person has as limitless of a perception of life as you do, and I feel like that's something you guys are really going to enjoy about one another, is how you guys both just don't see things the way that other people do. And I feel like your guys' dreams are going to be very harmonious together, because you're both going to have dreams that most people don't think is possible, but you guys will support one another along that path. I find it interesting that in this guidebook it says it wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free. Perhaps your future spouse, I want to say that instead of soulmate, your future spouse, it feels like they do want to make more friends, but they just haven't learned how to do what you do. So I think you guys are going to help each other in different ways. They're going to help you find people who feel like soul friendships, who feel like people that you can be honest with. Because I don't think it's wholly a negative thing that you can't be honest with these people. You have your own unique awakening relationship with these people, if it's friends, if it's work, if it's family. But you guys need like your soul tribe, and this person's going to help you find that, and you're going to help them find more people to awaken in their own unique way. Okay, we're going to pull one animal card for both of you, as well as a tarot and animal card for both of you. The first card we have for your guys' energy merged together is the Swan card, Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive, number 60. Sorry, I did not realize it was not on camera. The tarot card we have is the Ace of Cups in this deck, which is so lovely. With the swan especially, it's actually insane. Oh my gosh, and then we have number 7, the Poet. This is so cute. I love this so much. As we know, swans mate for life, and like I was saying earlier, your soulmate feels like somebody who's very, very loyal, because wolves are part of a pack. They choose their people and they don't let go of them. And then you guys get the card Swan as your guys' merged energy. You guys are literally going to be together forever, and you guys feel inseparable as well. It feels like you guys treasure one another, and you really, I'm hearing you romanticize the relationship and you appreciate it so much more because of your guys' individual groups that you were a part of prior to this connection. It's like you see how the both of your guys' energy collaborating provides such a richer experience with your social lives. And the reason I'm saying that is because with the Ace of Cups here, not only is this what I think your connection will feel like, it's like a pure love. And I don't know why, but your guides are showing me the Notebook, and I feel like that relationship can be that one's a little tumultuous, but they're using that as an example of like, you feel fated in that same way. You guys feel seen in one another in the same way that they do in that film. Maybe you guys like that movie. I don't know why that's coming up. And honestly also makes me think of your book. I have not read it, but I know there's like a relationship thing in that. My friend yapped about it, so I know a little bit about it. I don't want to say spoilers, but there's a relationship in that book that I showed you, and I feel like that connection reminds me heavily of you guys as well. The pureness in it, it's just pure love for one another. It feels like you both have a lot of love that's kind of bottled up and being held aside for when you do meet each other, because it's like there's a unique type of love you want to give, but you're looking for each other. With the Poet here, earlier I was saying that you guys plant seeds of truth in a lot of other people, and I think once you guys are together for a bit, and are able to learn from one another, it feels like with the Poet here that you guys are going to have a very eloquent way of communicating with both sides of people, because you've learned from each other. He's learned, I keep wanting to say he, but they've learned how to talk more publicly and help people in a more, I'm hearing like a public facing role. So perhaps they have a project they want to begin that is more public facing, but they don't initiate it until after you guys meet. It feels like a project after you guys meet, whereas you get to finally connect with people on a more deep, personal, one-on-one feeling is what it feels like, whereas they want to connect with a collective. But with the Poet here, it's like because you guys will have more experience with both sides of the coin social-wise, it's like your guys' throat chakras activate around each other, and the words you communicate hold even more weight than they did before. And I feel like that's kind of awesome how much more grand it is, because I know you guys aren't sensing the energy too, but it's like you guys are already very effective communicators in your respective areas, and so it's honestly very auspicious for me to think about. I think once you guys are together, it would not surprise me if you guys found a good amount of notoriety from simply the energy you two cultivate and heal within one another. Your guys' throat chakras are so pungent. So many people would take the words you say as like gospel. I'm hearing like people will treasure the things you say. I don't know if you guys are writers. I'm hearing songwriters. You guys could definitely be like therapists of some sort, or life coaches, or people with platforms talking online, but it's like the words you speak hold a lot of weight and they influence a lot of people in a very positive way, and that only increases after you guys are together. Like it's like you already feel like you're on this pedestal with communicating to people and stuff, and then you guys are together and it's like it rises up and up and up, and the limits are only what you guys make for yourself. It's very impressive. I'm going to pull 2 message cards, if they come out for this deck, for what you will think upon meeting this person and what they will think upon meeting you. And this will be like the early stages of your relationship. Alrighty, group number 1, you guys got "They are waiting for you." And you also got "I am absolutely in love with you." And then on their side of the spectrum, they got "Your family won't like me." And then we have number 1, "Reach out." With "They are waiting for you" card, I really feel like when you meet this person, they will feel very familiar to you. I feel like you guys would be the ones to daydream about your soulmate, whereas your soulmate's the one dreaming at night about you. I keep feeling like this odd opposite feeling where like one of you will have something you're experiencing and the other one will also have it, but in a different opposing way. You guys balance each other really well. But I feel like with this card, you guys have an idea of what your soulmate is, and I think this is a confirmation from your spirit team that this person does exist, and to not settle. I think you guys are surrounded by a lot of different people and honestly a lot of different offers of love, but I don't think you should settle for any half-ass offers. Because with the "I am absolutely in love with you" card, you guys are clearly going to almost have this love at first sight feeling with this person, because it's like you recognize something in this person when you meet them. I feel like it's the balancing effect. Like, it would not surprise me if in your guys' astrology charts you have opposing aspects. It's so interesting. You guys like mirror one another. But it doesn't feel as heavy as like a twin flame connection. It feels very wholesome, very healing, very light. It doesn't feel so densely karmic. With this card for your soulmate, it makes me laugh because we were talking about earlier, I feel like some of you have very judgmental, not even judgmental, but like you have a group of friends or a family, or you have people at work who have very specific beliefs, and I was telling you, I don't feel like you guys agree with whatever your family, I keep wanting to say family now, but I'm going to keep it general because it's a general reading for you guys. But I feel like since your soulmate feels like someone who does this speaking thing. I don't know if it's an online platform, if it's a book, if it's songs, if it's, they could literally be a poet. It would not surprise me. This feels like a very heavy writing group. But I feel like this person will be very kind of self-conscious that your family won't like them, not because they care what they think, but they care that you care what they think. I hope that makes sense. Because it's like they don't want whatever they do for a living to impact your relationship, but I don't think it will in the slightest. Like, you're used to doing your thing, and I think this person may be a catalyst for your family learning more about your true self as well. But I think since you have them as a support system, it won't be as scary because you have someone to fall back onto. I feel like with the reach out card here, for some reason it seems like near after you guys meet, it feels like the ball is in your court and that you guys are kind of hesitant to reach out again. I wonder why that is. We're gonna get into more of the energy of when you meet, so maybe that'll clarify it a bit more, but it feels like for some reason after you guys meet, you're kind of hesitant to reach out again. I don't know if the energy between the two of you is so pungent in the beginning that's a bit intimidating, but it feels like you guys hesitate. And you do feel very busy, but it doesn't feel like it's purely busyness. I think you guys are thinking about them a lot, but it's like you need a moment after meeting them to recalibrate yourself. It's like you're not used to people seeing through you because you're used to blending in, right, and trying to be a part of this circle, and you do it really well, but this person can see through you. I keep seeing, like, with a wolf, you know how wolves will like stalk their prey a bit? I feel like your soulmate has a very intense stare, and it feels like they're looking inside of you. I'm going to pull 3 tea leaf cards and 3 tarot cards to figure out what the energy is when this person comes in, so that you know what to expect and be able to pinpoint when this is happening to see if it's happening sooner or later. What is the energy when group number 1 meets their person? Group number 1, you got so many like archetype cards in a way. It's so funny. So you guys got the Dark Man. If it'll focus. You guys got, where do I want to put these? I'll put them here. You guys got the Ring. It says a marriage will take place either romantic or business. And then we got Older Man as well. And then the 3 cards to represent what the energy will be in your life when this person comes in. We have the Death card. We have the Lovers. I love that this is 2 men because we just had 2 men on this card too. And we have the Empress, so we have all majors. You guys could have very Venusian energy, so you may be a Taurus or a Libra, or you may have heavy Venus placements in your chart. With the Death card here, it feels like when this person is coming in, you're taking a leap on a soul path or a life purpose that you previously wouldn't have. I'm hearing dared touched. It feels like there's a spiritual pursuit or a project or a brand or a... I'm hearing a channel for some of you. It's like you haven't taken a leap on it because people in your life, like I was saying earlier, they're different mindsets than you. It's really interesting. It feels like you have supporters, but if you told them what you were actually doing... Sorry, group number 1, I got cut off for a second. But I was saying it feels like you guys have supporters, but if they heard your true, authentic thoughts and your dreams, they would no longer be supporters. And I'm gonna keep saying it's probably friends, work, or family. I think it's different for everybody listening, but for some of you it's specifically your father, because we have Dark Man and we have Older Man, and I kind of get the sense that your soulmate is kind of defending you from a father figure in your life, like when they come in. It's very interesting because we have Death card here, and like I said, it feels like you guys are going through a big shift when your soulmate comes in. I want to say a job change though. I keep hearing like a job shift. So it's like you're pursuing a different thing. However, for some of you, you're still going to your like 9 to 5 or whatever your safer job is while you're pursuing this. You're just starting to branch out when this person comes in. With the Lovers card here though, it's funny because I feel like whatever rift there is between a certain family member, it doesn't have to be an older man, but since the like a man card came out twice, it definitely could be. But someone more masculine or someone more headstrong I'm hearing in your family, it feels like at first, because of the new thing you're starting happens around when this soulmate comes in, the person in your family, or a person, I keep wanting to say family, I think it's family for a lot of you, it feels like someone in your family blames this person for you having these beliefs. However, with the Lovers card here, I do think it is something that'll hash itself out with time. Because like I said, you guys plant seeds in other people. With the Poet, like you guys have a way of communicating effectively in a way that heals people. So it's like it might be a rift at first because of differing beliefs, but it doesn't feel like something that stays segregated forever. With the Dark Man also by the Death card, I do think this is your future spouse. They could have, I keep saying future spouse instead of soulmate. You guys are probably, I mean, we have the marriage card, so you guys are 9 times out of 10, even if you don't believe in marriage, you guys are in a very committed relationship. I wonder if your soulmate, it feels like your soulmate quickly knows after meeting you that you're the one for them. Like they have this in their mind, like, oh, I'm gonna marry this person. So like I was saying a moment ago, I do think if there's any problems with whatever it is you're pursuing, that it'll hash itself out. But I'm also seeing that with the Empress card here, the reason this hashes itself out is because anybody in your life who has shit to say about what you're doing, it feels like the reason it sorts itself out is because this older man, I think for many of you it's your father or a grandfather or a father figure. I'm hearing it could be a mother figure who's just rather masculine, but the reason this hashes itself out is because they see how much you glow after you're working on this new project, after you meet this person. They're seeing how much more authentic you are, and I think they're gonna realize how much they didn't truly see you before once they see you with this person and how you've changed with that person. I hope that makes sense. It's like your soulmate births a new version of you that they could not, because they couldn't reach that side of you like your soulmate can. It's very, very beautiful. It's like your soulmate alchemizes certain problems in your life because you guys are such a rich, I keep wanting to say harmonious, like it's like makes me think of the Justice card. You guys are like a very balanced, healthy, clear communication. Like I said, you have the communication stuff written all over your reading, but like even with each other, you're very honest with one another, you're upfront. I feel like you're blunt and they're very straight to the point. It's very lovely. So yes, when your soulmate comes in, you'll be in a job shift period, you'll be pursuing a new path. I'm hearing like taking a leap on something you wouldn't usually do. There may be a bit of a rift with your family at first in regards to this path, but after your soulmate comes in and you guys work together on things, not even business related, but like you can bounce ideas off with this person, it feels like everything begins to sort itself out because you become the best version of yourself and people can't help but accept that, because I feel like your family or your friends or whatever it is love you so dearly, and it's gonna hurt them to realize they didn't see you. It's really, really fascinating, but I think it'll be incredibly healing for you guys because it digs into a lot of your deepest wounds. Alright, the last tarot we'll be doing are any additional messages, if we have anything else left for today. Alrighty, the final additional tarot cards we have are the 7 of Spheres, which I love coming out. I'm gonna set it like this. We've got the 6 of Swords, yes, and we've got the Knight of Cups. Lovely. So yes, with the 7 of Spheres, I feel like this is something that may be slow to take off, so have faith that whatever different path you are taking is yours, but it's kind of a like, it's a journey thing. It might not be instantly rewarding because you're meant to pursue it for yourself at first, is what it feels like. It's meant to be something that opens you up to being authentic, and it's not going to be, for most of you, it won't be an instant success, but it doesn't mean it won't be fruitful. It's just a temporary easing you into being your true self. With the 6 of Swords, I think this is just highlighting even further that when your soulmate comes into your life, it's the beginning of a grand shift for you. They kind of are like the boat that takes you away from your inauthentic path and veers you onto the highest timeline for your soul. And last but not least, with the 9 of Cups here, I really feel like with it being by the older man, I feel like you're going to have a very healthy relationship with whomever this person is after this hashing out occurs. I keep wanting to use hashing out. Because this person will be able to see you for what you truly are. It's very fascinating to like tap into that energy because I can feel that person's regret. It's like a really heavy weight on their chest, and I think even if they don't communicate this instantly to you, they do feel a lot of regret that you couldn't be seen and feel safe to be seen with them, that you couldn't or you didn't feel safe to share that side of yourself with them. And I think they're going to really try to make an effort after this soulmate comes in, because they'll see, I'm hearing how bright you are. Like, you've always been someone who shines, but it's like now you're doing it like it's like the skunk, right? You're the skunk. You know your worth now fully, and you're embodying your true self, and it's like now you don't try to fit in, and you like own your stripes. You're confident, and the soulmate just enhances everything you already were. We're going to pull one of these Moonology cards as well as one Love Oracle card. Please have one Moonology card. Oh, we got two. Can I please have our Whisper of Love card? Thank you. We have the card Forgiveness, number 29. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Yes, like I said, there will be some forgiveness and apologies in regards to this family dynamic. I keep wanting to say that. And then we oh my gosh, I love this. It says, show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Yes, this is what you guys are doing when this person comes in. And then we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So yeah, with whatever this path is, it might take a second for it to pick up, and with whatever problems may arise, they're temporarily little poisons you're picking out from your family. It's like your soulmate's healing your like family dynamics and your friend dynamics and your work dynamics and making you feel safe to be you, and it's impacting everything like a cause and effect type situation. Last but not least, we're going to pull one Love Oracle card for your guys' overall energy of your relationship, and then one crystal card for what crystal may best benefit you to manifest this connection in your life. Group number one, soulmate. What is their message to them? This is the card that you guys got. I love that you guys are intertwined because it makes me think of your swan card. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Yes, this is what you guys will be experiencing with this person, is you're healing something inward as well as outward, and it's like, I just see like your guys' heart healing from the inside out. And you'll probably notice that a lot when you're with this person, how much you guys mirror one another and how similar you are. And I think that's why soon after you meet, you might need a moment. Okay, so one of the cards we have to manifest this person is Spessartine Garnet. I have never heard of that before. I might try to insert pictures so you guys can see them better. And I don't think I'm going to read from the guidebook, because I just wanted you to be able to see certain ones that may benefit you, and if you're called, you can look into them to manifest more. And then the other one we got two was Moonstone, number 37. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do today is roll a couple of zodiacs and pull our paper slips for the final time. What zodiac sign is group number one soulmate? Or them? We've got Libra. I told you this earlier, you guys have such a balanced energy. We've got Virgo. We've got Taurus. I mentioned both of these earlier because of the Venusian energy present. We've got Cancer. And I think I'm going to be pulling paper slips from my giant water bearer thing today, because I want to try to get a mix of things for initials. What is group number one soulmate? Who is group number one soulmate? Wavy hair. We have the number 99, so you may be seeing that before this person comes in. We have new person, so this confirms this is not somebody that you already know. We have stoic. Like I was saying earlier, this person may be hard to read at first. We have I miss you. I feel like you and this person are very interconnected. Like you have a telepathic bond where you guys would sense one another before you meet. We have Saturn, which I love because I feel like that's kind of something you'll be working a lot with when you're working on your new venture. We have 92. We have smiles, so their smile could be significant to you guys. Maybe, if I focus. We have the initial C. If you guys can, there you go. We have night owl. We have the number 25. We have foreigners. This person could be a foreigner. We have sings. So like I said, you guys use your voice a lot. So you guys could be singers or they could be a singer. We have self-love, which I think will be a big part of your guys' journey, is loving the parts of each other that other people did not. Number 13. And the last one we have is the month December. I'm going to try to pull one or two more initials out just to make sure that there's some variety for everyone who's watching. Letter D. And then we've got the letter P. Maybe. These do not like to focus because my finger's in the way. But yeah, I hope this reading resonated group number 1. If it did, please feel free to like or subscribe or comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. I want to thank your guides and my guides as well as you for being here today. And yes, I will see you in your next reading. Hi group number 2, you guys had the Divine Rivals book. And today we're going to be starting off with animal spirit cards for you, your soulmate, as well as an archetype card and one tarot card to represent your guys' energy. So yes, group number 2's angels, guides, and ancestors that serve their highest good. What is group number 2's overall energy? What is group number 2's soulmate's overall energy? Thank you. Alrighty, group number 2, you are represented as the grasshopper number 30. Take a leap of faith. Then your tarot card is the Queen of Swords. And then your guys' archetype is the sword, which is funny how that lined up. And then your soulmate is represented as the frog. It says, clear out the clutter, number 28. And then their tarot card is the 7 of diamonds, but it is also the star card in this deck. And then their archetype card is the castle. I love that your guys' archetype cards are like from the same essence, like the castle and the sword, but they are very different vibes. I can't remember if last week, if it was group number 2, but I feel like there was one group where it was their soulmate who is the more feminine energy, and I feel like that's the case with this group as well. It feels like your soulmate is more of a feminine energy, and I don't even want to say divine feminine, because I feel like you guys are currently operating in the opposite energies, but usually you are, like, I feel like you guys are usually the divine feminine and they're usually the divine masculine, but lately you've been in a divine masculine vibe and they've been in a divine feminine vibe, regardless of genders here. With the grasshopper spirit, it feels like you guys are somebody who is meant to make income from a lot of different avenues. It feels like you guys are a very witty, creative person and somebody who gets a lot of sparks of ideas very suddenly. I feel like you guys are a good group where, like, if you had a notebook for every time you have a spark of inspiration pop into your head, you would have gold mines of ideas written in notebooks. With the Queen of Swords, you're somebody very blunt and very sharp with your words, and I think to a certain extent this is a defense mechanism, but I feel like right now it is serving you well. It is something that is aligning with your soul path. I just saw 444 on the timestamp if that is resonant for anybody here. But with the sword here, when I first had this card come out, I heard that song, how does it go? Something like a lightning strike, where it's like she came in like a lightning strike. What is that by? Is it by like the something boys, right? Is it like Why Don't We? No way, it's Why Don't We? I don't remember. I feel like it's an old song, but with that song I hear like she came in like a lightning strike. Like, you guys are somebody very cutting. Like, if you walk into a room and people turn their heads to like look at you, it's because you're so put together and your energy is so sharp. It feels very Capricorn. It feels very, I don't even want to say a sword sign, because it feels like underneath your armor you've got some earth down in there, but it's very interesting. Like, I don't even feel water signs, but I would dare say that some of you are water signs. You just have it like hidden behind all of this armor. When I read into your energy, I see literally like you guys wearing a suit of knight armor, like the silver makes like the bonk sound when you knock on it, and you're like strapped up. I keep seeing like all these daggers like around your guys' physical form. Like, you guys are very energetically and spiritually protected, but I wonder why. It doesn't feel like you have to be that way, but it's like a front you put up. However, you guys are the grasshopper. You guys are somebody who loves to like do things that you feel curious about, because this feels like you in public. It feels like you are someone who, I don't want to say you're on defense mode in public, but you're someone who has a lot of armor up in public. Like, people aren't seeing you clearly because you just don't want them to see you clearly. Like, you're not gonna look at and see what I actually am, because you're like this tiny little grasshopper underneath all of it. And you're super, I'm hearing like you're super fun, you're super playful, you like to go on adventures, you like to like do things that spark your curiosity. I'm seeing some Sagittarius, I'm seeing some Gemini. I'm just feeling like this fun, bubbly energy. And it's funny because on this card it shows different little times of the day. It's like nighttime, midday, and then the sun. Like, you have these facets to you, but you don't let anybody see them. I literally feel like nobody cracks this armor. I don't even feel like a family thing. I don't really feel friendships either. You guys feel like an independent boss. But like, why? Because I was telling you, like, it serves you sometimes in public, because I feel like your energy is something that is naturally magnetic. It's naturally something that draws people to you, but you don't feel like the type of people who people share their life story to. You don't feel like that type of group. You feel like someone who people instantly respect, someone people might be a little intimidated by. You could have some like Scorpio in your chart. I just feel like if I crossed you, or if I like looked at you the wrong way, you guys would cut me. It's very, very fun. I love this type of energy. It's delicious. As we saw, your guys' person, your soulmate, has the frog spirit. So you guys are, I love that. It's both green. I feel like this is like you guys wearing your hearts on your sleeves with one another. I feel like that is the case, not out in public. But it's like you both hop around and you're both very curious in your own ways. I love that you both hop around. I think that's so funny. You guys are both like two little green creatures hopping around. That is so amusing. I love that. However, with the star card here, your soulmate is somebody who is seen. It would not surprise me if they were well known in their sphere. I feel like there was a group the other day. I know I keep repeating that. I'm gonna link part 2 of this reading in the description box, because I feel like you guys specifically would benefit from one of those groups. It just reminds me so much of last week's group. It's so interesting. Your guys' soulmate feels like somebody well known, and if they aren't well known currently, they will be well known eventually. I feel like your soulmate would be well known in something with business, something. It's so fascinating. Something with lots of different types of people. And it's like, I feel like if you went on public, like, people aren't going to instantly recognize your person. I feel like your person has like star factor though. It's interesting. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, I can't put my finger on either of you. Like, you guys have these personas and you like for people to view you as this, but it's like, people can't penetrate the real you. Because I do think you guys are the Queen of Swords embodiment, and they are the Star embodiment, but it's like, it serves you in public, I'm hearing, but it's like right now it's like this needs to be cracked down. Like your guides are like, okay, you both have played these roles for long enough, it's time to get back to your roots, it's time to be playful with life again. And I think that's something you're gonna learn right off the bat, is you and your soulmate will heal one another's childhood selves. And I kind of wonder if that's why the sword card and the castle card came out, because that's a very like fairy tale theme, right? That's a very, sorry, I'm getting drawn to the rose in the center of it. Like your soulmate hides stuff within themselves too, but you wouldn't guess that from them. With you, you can kind of tell you got armor up, and there's certain qualities about yourself that most do not see. But with your soulmate, you wouldn't expect that, and yet their armor is just a different color. It's like they want people to know this persona they play. So like maybe they're super, I don't know, like they're like the comedian, or I feel like Leo energy from them. They're really good at being someone that other people love to listen to and watch, and like they feel like a role model. But they like that people just pay attention to whatever front they put up, because they don't dig deeper to see who they actually are. They like, people like their persona, but they don't see them. But you guys both like this. You guys are so intriguing because you both like not being known. Goodness, that's so interesting. I'm gonna read your guys' archetype cards from the book. The sword card here. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again. If we are to grow, decisions shape reality. Decisions shape reality, our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. I feel like for you guys, it would not surprise me in the slightest if this group was a group that worked in some type of law. If you guys were Libras, gosh, I just see like paperwork and you guys digging into things. Why do I keep wanting to say digging into things? It's like because you know how to disguise yourself, you like to dig into other things and research. I'm seeing like you guys sitting at a desk and researching. I'm hearing like criminal psychology, even psychology in general, like something that requires you to really dig into it, because you guys know other people really well, even if people don't know you really well. With the sword card here, I also feel like you guys were somebody who had to be reliant on yourself from a very young age. I feel like your guys' parents weren't people that you necessarily looked up to, and it feels like you guys were your own parents. Like you guys were very responsible from a young age. I feel like people would tell you all the time that you're so mature for however old you are, and people would just like respect you, and your teachers would say you're the best student ever. But it was a lot of weight on your guys' end. It was a lot of heaviness, a lot of care that you desired that you did not receive. And I feel like that's why in your present life you don't show the softer parts of yourself, you don't show the parts of you that are playful, because you want people to earn the right to see that. You want people to have to kind of work for it, because I think that's kind of like an initiation for you. Like if they will put in the effort, then they're meant to be, and if not, they're not. It feels very cut and dry. You guys are very upfront about what you want, and it's really cute when I see the dynamic of you and your person. I find it interesting. I keep saying person instead of soulmate. It's fun to see like what each group swaps their, like, I don't want to call them pet names, but like nicknames as. Like you guys don't use soulmate, you use person, or your person, whereas like group number 1 kept saying like their future spouse. Like it's funny the way it all works. But you guys, it's like you guys are like the kind of like the, it's like a, sorry, I'm speechless. It's like a golden retriever and a black cat. That is you guys in my head. It's like, or like a Doberman and like I'm hearing like a golden cat, like an orange cat, that's you and your future spouse. They will love to like be charming and kind of like prod at you and have you like snap back at them. I feel like that's your guys' dynamic, is like this person has like some cheeky smile on while you like insult them. Like it's I love the dynamic between the two of you. Right, with the castle. It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish adornments. Yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or position that project the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel toward, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. This is something that I think is heavily resonant for both of you. I find it fascinating that this is like your archetype and that's their archetype, because I think they both link up with one another very well, in the sense that you both deal with these archetypes, you both deal with one another's wounds in different capacities, because I think you're very self-reliant and you're very independent because you couldn't rely on anyone growing up. However, you dealt with it by building a silver armor and armory, literally, like you guys are strapped up. Whereas this person dealt with it by becoming very, very charming to everyone else. It kind of feels like their parental figures, or even like their siblings, didn't like them as a kid, so they like created a version of themselves that everyone would love. It's very, I want to say twisted, in the sense that it's very deeply rooted within their subconscious. Like I don't even know if they always notice when they're doing it. Like I think when you guys meet, you'll be able to pierce through this, because you guys are very perceptive. You guys see things that most people don't. I just keep wanting to say that over and over. You're very cunning. You're very thorough when you're looking at people and reading people. Okay, sorry, group number 2, my battery died for a second, so if the camera looks a little bit different, that's why. As I was saying, your soulmate feels like somebody who has a very, I want to say, a starry, warm presence. And I'm not going to say that like your guys' protection you put on yourselves isn't a authentic aspect of you. I think it is something that you guys have built as a defense mechanism from a very young age, honestly. But with the castle here, it's like this isn't serving either one of you. And this is meant to be the archetypes. I know I said that earlier, like twice. But even though it's the archetypes, it feels like because you guys mirror one another and you share similar yet different past experiences and wounds, that you both let yourself come across a certain way to your detriment. And I know I said earlier that this is something that's not hurting you or harming you, and whilst it might not be currently, like right now, I don't think it is right now, over time this is something that will kind of begin to unravel certain aspects of your life. I want to reread this part from the guidebook. It says, this card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home or position, that project the image of achievement while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. You guys don't want this front you both put up. You guys don't want to be this idea of yourselves. I don't even know if it feels authentic to you anymore. I think you guys think it feels authentic to you. It's like you both have this internal thing like, I have to be this way because of X, Y, and Z, but neither of you need to be that anymore. Like you guys internally are like the little frog spirit and the grasshopper spirit. You're curious, you're fun, you guys would love to travel and experience and meet different people, but it's like you don't let yourselves do it. You guys are your own worst enemies. But this connection is such a connection that'll heal this all. I just see it all getting like transmuted and burned up, and like the ashes get blown away, like it's all wiped away. You guys get a clean slate when this person comes in, because you won't feel the need to present yourself a certain way anymore. I definitely think it'll be gradual, because you guys have a lot of, I'm gonna say, knotted self-perceptions. It feels like a lot of this stuff is heavily rooted in your subconscious, so it'll take some time, it'll take some experiences with this person who does wholeheartedly accept you to kind of mend this and unravel this within you, but it is something that will be healed with this soulmate. I also think you being with this person and this person being with you, you guys are going to begin to realize certain dreams that you guys have that you've never really let yourself have because you thought it was too big or too out there, or it just didn't match up with what you have currently in your life. It's like you guys are going to be able to take risks again, like this says, like take a leap of faith. That's going to be you guys again, taking leaps of faith that you previously wanted to but did not have the courage to. And I love that this card says clear out the clutter, because that other card, the castle card down there, was talking about holding on to things that you don't need anymore. And it's like you both are going to help one another clear out the versions of yourselves that do not serve your future timelines. I'm going to pull a animal card and tarot and archetype card that is both of your guys' energies merged together. The card we got to come out for the both of your guys' energy merged together is Bat Spirit number 5. A rebirth is assured. We have the Hanged Man, but also the Two of Spades in this deck. And last but not least, we have the Vision. Yes. So, as I just said previously, there's a lot of transformation to be had with this soulmate relationship. This is something that I don't think it's going to be karmically heavy in the sense that there's a lot of outside factors impacting this relationship, but it is something that takes a lot of emotional work. There might be some moments where you and this person are mirroring each other so sharply that it hurts a bit. Like, it's like you might see this person hating certain aspects of themselves that you hate within your own self, and so it takes a lot of strength and self-awareness to kind of pull each other out of these situations and love yourselves as well as your partner. With the Hanged Man here, as well as the Two of Swords, it's like once you're with this person, you both can't turn a blind eye to the parts of yourself that you've just not really wanted to work on. It's like you both kind of kickstart one another into shadow work and into a new revival of healing and transformation. And it's like, I feel like your lives are literally going to take a 180 after you meet this person. Like, the way you look even, like I feel like there's certain appearance things, like if you want to dye your hair a certain color, you're going to do it after you're with this person because you're both going to be taking risks that you never did before. You guys inflate one another with confidence to be the true versions of yourselves. And I kind of feel like you're the type of soulmate group where you guys would like move away soon after you met. I don't even know if you'd be living together necessarily, but it feels like you both move away somewhere else and you're away from your old life so you can start completely new. It just feels like you both are having such a fresh start and like the whole slate is cleaned. And then with the Vision card, I feel like anything you have on your vision board that you felt was impossible or too big or too great, it's no longer an issue. This, I don't know what to call it, this like imagery in the center with hands holding each other, it makes me think of Ouroboros, the snake that's biting its own tail. However, this time it's hands holding each other. So it's like this is an endless cycle, but this is a good one. This is a productive one. It isn't you biting your own tail and self-sabotaging. It's you and this person co-creating and loving one another constantly to help heal one another. Something that I think you'll notice about this soulmate is that you're going to see a version of them that nobody else does. And the reason I feel the need to point that out is because I think this person is rather well known in their sphere. They don't have to be like renowned and famous by everybody, but I think they are well known in their own sphere. And the side of themselves that you see with them in public versus you guys together alone, I think you will treasure how much this person has opened up to you. And I think that's why you will open up just as much. You'll have this like mirroring effect. It's like unraveling a present, or it's like a flower blooming. It's a very slow but rewarding process with one another. It's even cuter to me how like there's two little owls on here, like you're learning from one another. It's a very symbiotic relationship. So cute. And it's like those little mountains off in the distance. I feel like you guys will probably move somewhere together. I'm going to pull 2 messages for what you will be thinking about your soulmate soon after meeting. Those just fell on the floor. Can I have what their soulmate would say to them? For you guys, we have the Ace of Cups. So you guys will definitely recognize that this person is your chance for a new beginning very swiftly after you meet them. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. I want a fresh start with you. This is exactly what I'm feeling. Like, this person makes you want, it feels like you want to run away from everything else and just like live with this person, like start a new life. I just keep feeling like it's a clean slate. It's something new. I don't have to worry about all this baggage anymore because I'm free now. I just feel like you're so light. You feel limitless once again, like you did when you were a kid. I feel like some of you, as well as your soulmate, you guys were condemned a lot for the dreams you had as a child, and people may have like laughed at or made fun of the dreams you had. But this person and you will like treasure one another's inner childs as well as whatever dreams you had. I keep seeing this vision of you and your soulmate gifting each other gifts that has to do with like childhood favorites of yours. Like if it's like a favorite show you had, they'll like gift you something from it, and it's very healing and very cute because it's like you guys see the aspects of one another that nobody else has gotten to see yet. On their end, we have I'm open to compromise, number 2. And then we have I left because you told me to. I'm telling you, there's such an energy of you guys ditching everyone else behind. And I find it intriguing because I don't feel like your group is a group where you have a lot of friends around you. I don't feel any friendships. You guys feel so solo. I kind of think you or your soulmate, I feel like it's one of you, not both of you. You guys are a bit of, you travel around a lot. You might have a job that takes you kind of everywhere and nowhere. And so maybe that's a reason why I don't feel a lot of friendships, like a lot of solid, grounded friendships. It's interesting. It's like you guys are independent and you're like this little solo moving car around your, I'm hearing your state. It's interesting. With I'm open to compromise, I feel like I'm dropping the card. Anything that you offer to this person or tell them that you want to do, they will 1000% hear you out. It's like they put your words on a pedestal because I think you guys will feel so similar to one another. You'll feel such a resonance with this person because you'll see yourselves in one another. And I feel like this card also makes me think that the ball is in your court in the beginning. This person, like I said earlier, is very charming, is very, I'm hearing appealing. Like they know how to appeal to different people's tastes. And it's like because you're the one who's sharper and more, I'm hearing decisive, that they like let you choose a lot of the stuff in the beginning of your relationship because they don't want to like, I'm hearing they don't want to fuck it up and like ruin it with you before it begins. I'm going to pull 3 tea leaf cards and 3 tarot cards for what the energy will be like when this person comes in, so you can kind of keep an eye out and sense when this person is near to arriving into your life. What is group number 2's energy going to be like when this person comes in? I love how quick your guys' cards come out because the other groups did not do that. You guys are so quick to do things. I feel like you guys are not dilly-dalliers as well. What is group number 2's energy like when their soulmate comes in? Guys, did you see that? I talked about how you guys aren't dilly-dalliers, and then I literally see the Ace of Swords fall out. I feel like some of you would be very, very good at being energy healers because I keep seeing you guys cord cutting for other people. Alrighty, we have Tower. Solid foundation, success with effort. This is the epitome of your guys' relationship with time and with a lot of patience and openness. The two of you will build something that is so, I'm hearing powerful, but also so sturdy. We have the man. So perhaps for some of you, your future spouse is a man. And then the last one we have is funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Like I said earlier, you guys may have moments with this connection where you're triggering one another. And it's kind of a, I'm I'm hearing there might be a little breathing room that you guys will have to go through, a bit of an adjustment period to get used to this person, because other people won't prod at your armor, but this person definitely will. They will try to kind of get underneath the mask you put on, and that might be a little grating at first, and vice versa for them. Interesting. So the cards we have for the energy for when this person comes in is the Ace of Swords, the Moon card. You guys could be a Cancer. I feel like there are some Cancers in this group. And we have the Lovers. I love that they came out for you guys. With the Ace of Swords, it feels like when this person is coming in, there's a lot of thoughts in your mind about things you want to do, but you haven't taken the risk on it yet. And I think when this person comes in, and the resonance you feel with them, it kind of like sparks you to finally initiate a project that you've been putting off, I'm hearing, for years. With the Moon card here, something I find fascinating is you'll start getting these bouts of inspiration, these sparks of thought, these random whims that you want to do, and I feel like you'll start to kind of dream about them, but also this person. You're going to start to dream about this connection before they come in. This group is very Piscean in energy. It's funny because like the more I sit in your energy, the more I can finally see like what zodiacs and what like your vibe might be, but it's like it takes a second to really sink into it. With the Moon card here though, I really feel like you guys are going to be dreaming a lot at night. It doesn't even have to necessarily be romantic dreams, but I do think this person, your soulmate, may be in some of them, but I also think it's going to be like future timelines and you perceiving these timelines and seeing what your life could be if you took a chance. And with the Lovers card here, I think you'll be in a state where you do want a connection, like you want someone who can build something with you, and I think you, even mentally opening up to being able to take a chance with someone else is what's really going to foster the energy to attract this relationship. It's literally just a seed of thought. You guys just having a seed of thought opens up these little doors towards your energy to kind of magnetize this person in. I'm going to pull 3 more tarot cards just to see if there's any other energy, and then we'll get into your oracle cards. Oh, thank you, thank you. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands. And last but not least, we have the Knight of Swords. Yes. So with the Two of Spheres here, I'm feeling like you're going to be mentally multitasking when this person comes in. You're going to have a lot of tabs open in your brain is what it feels like. I feel like you guys do have a current career or job or something. Some of you are students that you'll be focusing on when this person comes in. But the big difference for when this person's coming in is you have so many thoughts of like, what if I did this? What if I pursued this path? What if I changed everything and went down this path instead? You have a lot of openness to different timelines, and I think that's really what opens this person into your energy, is because the Ten of Wands here, you're not thinking about your burdens, you're not thinking about the past or what you can or can't do. You're thinking about possibility for once, and you're not holding yourself back in a way that you usually do. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like this person's gonna come in hot. And I don't even want to say, I'm trying to think of it soon. I keep seeing the number 27, so 27, like the date or the age, could be significant for some of you. I'm hearing it might be some of your guys' birthdays, the 27th. But it feels like with the Knight of Swords here that this person comes in, and the way you'll recognize them is their quick communication speech. This person is like, I'm hearing like your match when it comes to spitfire. Like they can match you in quips and wit and debates. It's very fun. I love the way you guys like dig into one another, and like it's so funny because you can both take it. You can both deal with one another, kind of like prodding. It also feels like you guys are the type of soulmate group or relationship where you kind of like insult each other, but it's in like a teasing way. It's like you like to jab at each other and poke fun at one another, especially when you guys get closer and closer. But I feel like in the beginning this person will even do that with you, and it kind of throws you off guard, because I feel like most people don't dare to kind of prod at you. We're going to pull one oracle card from the Whispers of Love deck and one from the Moonology deck. It's group number 2's soulmate, thank you. And one more for group number 2's soulmate. We have the card Have Faith. Trust your faith in this situation, number 32. I love that that's a card that came out, because I think that's literally what predominantly attracts this relationship, is you finally being open to more for yourself. You guys put yourself in this box, and I think this person really lets you pursue and like want to pursue anything you want. Like there's no limits anymore now that you are having this mindset shift. We have Take Time to Breathe Out, Disseminating Moon. I feel like this group is a group that overworks themselves a lot, and I feel like that card's kind of a call to action. Like, you shouldn't have to work 50 million hours a week to make the income you want. I feel like there's limits you put on your, I want to say manifestations. Perhaps you guys are trying to manifest certain things, but it's like, what's her name? I was watching a TikTok, and this girl was talking about a YouTube channel. I believe it's called The Rosy Life, and it's someone that a lot of people use to help break down manifestation as something simple. Like, it shouldn't be something complicated. If certain things aren't manifesting and you're like, well, maybe I'm just asking for too much, it's not you, it's just perhaps the way you're thinking about it. So I'm gonna recommend her and put her in the description box below, because it helped these people I saw online. And I have not got the chance to look into her, but I'm gonna put it down below, because I think for some of you, you need to think a bit more limitless. Like, trust that you can have whatever the fuck you want, babes. And then the last card we have, I did not even see this. Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon. That is so funny, because I was just saying, like, you can have whatever you want. The only limits that you guys have are what you set on yourselves. You guys are a spiritual being having a human experience. You guys can literally do whatever you wish. Alright, we're going to pull our last 2 oracle cards, and then we'll do our zodiacs and paper slips. So I'm going to pull one of these cards. What is group number 2's soulmate? I see a lot of blue when I think of your group, and then like your guys' crystal matches too, but this card literally says like the blue moon at the bottom, and then you guys get a crystal that's, spoiler alert, blue. So it's just intriguing. I think you guys have a lot of ooh, your guides are saying you have a blue aura. I love that. This is the artwork for your guys' card. Nothing really wants to focus today. And then it says, Sexual Union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. I'm gonna flip it this way actually so you can see the picture. I feel like you guys, this is interesting, you guys don't let people touch you, and I don't even mean that in a sexual way, but I feel like in your day-to-day life you don't like people touching you, and I feel like this connection is really going to heal that and to make you feel safe to just kind of be close with people, even if you're not mentally close, if that makes sense. Like, if you're not close with a stranger, you won't feel as violated, is what I'm hearing, once you are with this soulmate and once you guys heal one another. It's very interesting. You guys have a very this is a random thing coming in. You have a very intense sexual life. Like, you guys have such intense attraction to one another because you have such intense mental connection. It's like you're connected body, mind, and soul. Then your crystal to help you manifest this connection is the blue lace agate number 12. And I'm not going to read from the guidebook on that one. I just wanted to give you guys a crystal card in case you guys wanted a crystal to help manifest this person. I'm going to roll the dice a few times to give any zodiac confirmations for you or your soulmate. Card number 2, soulmate. We have Libra. We have Capricorn. That does not surprise me. I told you guys have boss energy. Sagittarius. I've said all of these, which is funny. Virgo. I did not say that one. That's a good one. Let's pull some paper slips, y'all. I feel like you and your guys' soulmate are going to be a pair that talks for hours and hours and you lose track of time. The first one we have is future spouse. We have brunette, so they may be brunette. We have soul tribe. So this soulmate is somebody in your soul tribe. They will feel like home to you. We have bubbly. We have the number 92, which adds up to 11, so that may be significant for some of you. We have glasses, so this person may wear glasses. I'm also hearing they could wear contacts. We have the month of December. We have business. Some of these are so wrinkly, I'm so sorry. We have let go. So there's a lot that you and this soulmate of yours will be letting go of in this relationship. And I kind of feel like it's a boundaries thing as well. Like you guys are letting your armor down finally. We have the letter T, which these are so hard to see, but you might have to just trust me on this. We have Libra, so another confirmation on Libra. I think that's the third one we've gotten today. We have athleisure. So they may wear a lot of athleisure or be very athletic. We have straight hair. We have maybe. I feel like that's you guys when this person comes in. You're like, well, maybe I'll let them in. Maybe I'll give them a chance. We have I miss you, which I feel like is you guys missing this connection before it even comes in. Like you guys sense this person. And I'm hearing you sense the lack of them as well. We have the number 13. And we also have your final one, purple. So you guys could have a very strong crown chakra connection with this person, and you might feel them very intimately. Okay, group number 2, I think that is it for today. So I hope this reading resonated. I want to thank your guides and my guides as well as you for being here today. If you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to like or subscribe or share in the comments what resonated. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, I will see you in your next reading. Hi, group number 3. You guys had this book. And let's get into your reading. So today we're going to be starting off with some animal spirit cards as well as a tarot card and archetype card. We're going to be pulling 3 for you and 3 for your soulmate. So yes, let's hop into it. Group number 3's angels, guides, and ancestors that serve the highest good. What is group number 3's overall energy? Oh. Okay. I tried to keep it kind of open today. I didn't want to assume that some people were returning, that the energies would be similar. But this group feels very similar to some of the soulmate sectors I did with my previous parts of this little soulmate series. So if some of it sounds repetitive, you guys might be from the same pile that I mentioned this in previously. But if you if you guys notice, you guys have 3 cards each on each side. And when I said 3 cards earlier, I meant like 1, 2, 3. But you both have an extra, but you have an extra in different decks. So like you have an extra animal spirit, they have an extra tarot. You guys are mirroring each other already, and it's cracking me up. So the first animal spirit that you guys have is the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan, number 35. And then, I kid you not, you guys got the next chronological card, number 36, and it is the koi fish spirit. There is always enough. Enough. I don't know why I said it like that. There is always enough. Your guides are saying that some of you might be in a learning moment of learning to slow down. So I think that's why I was saying it slower, because I talk very fast, especially when I'm channeling, which you guys can probably hear as I do it. But I feel like you guys specifically are in a time where you're slowing down. You're trying to breathe deeper, usually. You're trying to, I'm hearing drink warm drinks, just kind of enjoy the present moment some more. we have for your tarot card the Three of Swords. And I'm gonna double check and make sure this is not a double card. Some of the cards are also majors. Nope, we're good. Swap. You guys' archetype is the Tear, or the Tear. The Tear. I don't know which one. I'm gonna guess the Tear, because there's an I here. I guess we'll find out when I read it. Then your soulmate is represented as the turtle spirit. We have number 62. Slow and steady, it wins the race. Yeah, this is definitely a group that I feel familiar with. We have the Lovers as well as the Six of Cups in this deck. I feel like I know exactly what group this was too. It's so funny. We have the Four of Diamonds, and then their archetype card. I actually already got this in another group, so I'm very surprised it came out again. But we have the Castle. So maybe you guys were drawn to more than one, but that might be for a very select few of you, because I feel like these soulmate readings have been rather unique in their experiences and in their journeys, so only do that if you really feel called. Alrighty, so this group is so... I always say, I don't know why I always do this. When I read for you guys, I'm always like, this group is so interesting, it's so interesting, and I keep saying interesting like 900 times every time I read for anybody, because you guys are all so fascinating. I kind of feel like a mother in that way. Like, it's always a treat to read for you guys because it's just so fun, and everyone's so different, of course, so it's like unraveling all of your guys' little subconscious minds. But with you guys here, the koala spirit and the koi fish spirit, I find it fascinating how not only do you both have a water animal, okay? But you have a koala spirit. I think you and this person are rather similar, but there's something very distinct about you that's the reason they would be drawn to you. I'm hearing that, like, when you guys meet, and the reason they kind of like have their attention snag on you is because there's something that's different about you than they're used to. Because there's, within you two, you both are made of the same thing, right? You're both from water. You both breathe water. Within your guys' hearts, you are the same. I feel that very fluidly. It's very interesting. Like, you guys have a very distinct natural language when you guys meet, which I think is interesting, because I think this is my group where some of you have people from a different culture, so you do speak different languages, and I'm gonna be real, I don't think you guys are well versed in one another's languages, but I also don't think it really matters, because even if you have to learn another language for this person, you guys, I feel like, would intrinsically, I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, instinctively, I think I'm trying to think of the word instinctively. You instinctively understand one another in a way that defies words. You don't need words because you guys are on the same wavelength. However, with the koala spirit, I do feel like there's something unique about you that this person can't help but be captivated by. It's so odd. With the Three of Spades here, I know there was a group the other day, and your guides are bringing it up again because I think some of you are in this pile. Some of you know who your soulmate is already, and it's very interesting. Oh, you're gonna hear me say it. It's very interesting because it's like, you know your person. Some of you, it's because you've dreamt of them. Some of you, it's because you got this intuitive nudge that someone you saw online is your person, but like, you guys know them already. In some capacity, you know them already. Whether it's like, you could pick their energy out in a room, whether you know their name but you don't know their face, whether you know something. You guys are like the mediums of the group, the spiritualists. Even the witches is what I'm hearing. Some of you may be witches, but you guys know something about your soulmate before meeting them. And it's heavy. Like, you guys don't like this. The Three of Swords is like, this is a burden to you. You did not want to know this. You did not want to be granted this. And it's very interesting because I feel like it's a weight you used to want to have. I think you guys love. Your guys, that's so Cute. I love that so much. You guys love love. You guys, I feel like, we're the group that are hopeless romantics, but you kind of hide it behind the shell. You guys are a group that sees the world in such a magical way. I feel like you guys have this fantastical way of interacting with life, and you look for signs, not in some crazy, you know, way where you're like finding a sign in every little thing. Of course, everything, I guess, if we're backtracking, everything is a sign, but we don't have to like dig into it in an insane matter where we get psychosis, right? But you guys don't do that. You look at things in such a, I want to say, like a fairy tale way. Like, you have a way of just appreciating everything, even the darkness and things. That's why I love about your guys' archetype card with the tear here, or tear, whatever. I don't know which one it is. It's like you're surrounded by darkness, and this is you seeing through it. And then there's like this light, like you're also like, this is, people see this, but this is you seeing all of it, is what it feels like. You guys are seers. And I mean that intuitively. Like, you guys have a lot of spiritual gifts. If you guys have not like dove into that part of yourself, it would be very beneficial to do that. However, I think many of you have, because we have Spirit has a plan, we have there's always enough. It feels like you're very aware of how the universe works. You guys are a group that, like, you're master manifestors, you're quantum jumpers, you guys are probably reality shifters or astral projectors, or people very well versed in sectors that most people do not travel down. Anyways, backtracking. It feels like you know your soulmate. I don't know what this is. It's like you know your soulmate already and you don't want to know this. You know information about your future and you don't want to know this. I'm going to dive into your person because I will probably need tarot to kind of like unknot that story. With the turtle spirit here, your soulmate feels like somebody who has accomplished a lot of abundance for themselves by playing the game naturally. Like, they play the game in the way that like you're told to growing up. You know, when you're growing up and they're like, okay, you're gonna have to work hard, and when you work hard it'll pay off and you'll get rich. I feel like your soulmate is the perfect example of this story happening in real life. Like, they have the typical success story. However, it might be in a grander way. Like, they could be more well known than the average person. Even like I don't want to say they're well known by everybody. They could be, because of course this is just general reading, but they feel well known in the sense that like they're accomplished and people would know them if they're in their group. It makes me think of color guard. I think they're bringing that up because I did that growing up, so some of you may not even know what that is, but it's a niche that like if you don't know about it, you don't know anything about it. Like, some of you might not even know what that is. But it's like, that's kind of how I feel like their career is. Unless you're a fan of this thing, you're not going to know about it. But it feels like they blew up on a bigger capacity with their career. Like, it feels like they're rich and they're emotionally wealthy as well. Like, they're chilling, they're vibing. However, this is the part where I said might sound a bit repetitive to those of you who've watched part 1 and 2 of my readings. With the Lovers and the Four of Diamonds here, this person is searching for their person. They are hunting for somebody who feels like their mirror. You guys could be Gemini or half Gemini placements, just because this twins card is making me think of it. But they're looking for a person who feels familiar and someone who feels like they've known them before. This feels like somebody who believes in past lives in a very romantic, idealized way. It's not toxic, but it's like, it's definitely caused some problems in previous relationships for them because they wanted whoever they were with to be this person they're looking for, but they weren't. And it feels like this person gives a lot to people. Like the turtle spirit, this person feels very wholesome, very pure, very warm. I feel like they're really, really good listeners. The turtle spirit makes me think of water signs, so they could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, but they don't have to be. It just feels like they're very emotionally healing to those around them. I feel like this is the person who has friends that heavily rely on them. Like, they're everyone else's favorite person, and yet they're looking for their person. I don't know. It feels like a lot of people share things with this person, but they don't share back. They kind of keep it to themselves, especially with the Four of Diamonds here. I love that in this picture there's like a little person looking through a window, I feel like that's your person. They feel like homebodies, I'm gonna be honest. If they're not working, they're at home and they're chilling by themselves and they just don't need social interaction. However, there also feels like there's a limit with that. Like they may stay in too much because they haven't found their person. It's interesting. It's like their romanticized perception of love doesn't hinder them until it does in really odd ways. Like they don't feel the need to like date or like look for love at all because they're like, well, it's gonna find me, which isn't inherently bad, but I feel like it kind of makes this person never want to go out and do things or never want to go travel and do things. I feel like some of them are well known in their area, like their physical living place, because it feels like sometimes they stay in so they don't have to be seen by other people. Like people aren't going to ask questions if they don't see them. They could also really just have like a nosy friend circle or family. Maybe they live in a small town and like everyone knows everybody, so they know if they leave, a lot of people are going to like flock towards them and ask them for a lot of questions. I'm going to read from the deck for both of your guys' main archetype cards. The tear. It is the tear. Okay, we're good. It is the tear. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do. A sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. Like I said, you guys feel like you're really going through something. I feel like this is to do with your soulmate though, in some convoluted way. There could be a lot of things going wrong in your life. I kind of feel like a tower moment. Like this isn't just a mental tower moment. Whatever knowledge you were gifted about this soulmate, it's also a physical, I'm hearing earthquake tremor. It's like the things in your life are kind of slowly getting knocked off the rocks. So like maybe your car broke down, maybe you're late to work because of it, maybe your favorite drink that you get at your coffee shop, they're out of your syrup or whatever. It's like little things that add up and you guys feel like you're just like down in the dumps, and then your guides grace you this like piece of information and you're just so shitty about it. And I honestly don't blame you. I feel like, especially since this collective is similar to one of my other readings, it is hard to know certain things. It's a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge is very heavy, and I feel like that's something that's not talked about much in these communities, because people do a lot of tarot readings, but sometimes the knowledge hits in a way that you didn't think it would. Like sometimes you want to know something so badly and then you find it out and you're like, well, now what am I supposed to do with that information? That's what it feels like for you guys. You're like, well, now I know that, but what am I supposed to do about it? For some of you, in regards to your soulmate, I think it's a part of you just deeply missing them. I think your immediate environment, while it is enriching and welcoming, your guides are saying you have a lot of support around you, but it's not the support you long for. You want something deeper. You want something, I'm hearing, that like carves into you. You want to be fully seen, and it's in this soul mirroring way that this soulmate does. Like it's what they will do when you meet, but it's like now you have to play the waiting game. It's interesting they said waiting game, because I was saying earlier that your soulmate is really good at playing the game. Like I was saying earlier, they are holding themselves up in their house. They're not leaving. Literally, we have the castle, and it's like them being stuck in a freaking castle, like not venturing outside of it. And yet they're just like playing the waiting game to an extreme sense. And then there's you guys who are like, I don't want to play the waiting game. I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like a lot of you are just crying a lot right now, and I want you guys to try to view that as like a purging thing. Let yourself cry if you need to. You guys might, I'm hearing you guys say like, I just feel like a baby right now, like I keep crying about everything, but I think it's a big purging period. It feels like you were granted specific little truths about your future, if to do with the soulmate, to do with your career, to do with life in general. And it's like, now that you know that, you're like purging this residual energy within your body, and it's going to allow you to vibrate at a higher state to attract this person in. I will be honest, it does feel like this person's coming in a little bit later than you're going to want, but it's also dependent on how rapidly you align with this timeline with them. Because I told you earlier, this person does feel like I want to say they're older than you. It feels like they're a bit older than you, and that's why like they're already established in certain aspects of their life where you're not yet. But it's not because like you can't, it's like the timeline's just different. Like they feel older and they had more time to get there, and you're kind of just beginning certain aspects of your life. But I feel like your guides want to be very clear that like you are on the right path and you can push through this, you can persevere through this. I feel like that's why this card says Spirit has a plan, because that's what you have to remind yourself of right now. It's like, I just feel like it feels like it's raining around you. It's, what's the song that's like something about like storm clouds in your head? That's what it feels like for you guys. I also want to say, despite you guys experiencing this and feeling very, I'll say rainy, I feel like your guides trying to like lighten the mood a little bit. You guys are really good at dealing with these hard emotions. As annoying as it is probably to hear that, you guys are really good at dealing with this heaviness, and you guys will be very good at like helping others with the same type of emotions. I'm going to read the castle now. It's no wonder fairy tales tell tales of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish adornments, yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or position that project the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel toward, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. Wow. That's really, really, it's like a kaleidoscope when I think about that. For your, I want to say future spouse, for your person, it's like this person entraps themselves in their career achievements. They let themselves bask in all of these things to not think about the lack of you. And I know this might be a little like, well, how are they thinking about me? How do you know they're thinking about me? But it's like they feel like they're looking for the archetype that you embody. It feels like this person, I don't even know if they've dreamt of you. It's very interesting because you guys feel like the intuitive one. You guys feel like someone who can channel this person's energy if you really desire. Whereas this person feels like they're just having faith. Like this one, it's like slow and steady wins the race. They're just trusting that you exist. Maybe that's something that'll help you guys along with this. Maybe, maybe not. While you're dealing with this heaviness, remember that this person doesn't have confirmation that you exist. This person is just having faith for the hell of it, because they don't even think of the possibility of you not existing, because they just don't want to handle that perception. They don't want to even like entertain the possibility that that's true. Whereas you now know. Which is interesting, because I was saying you guys are good at dealing with a lot of heaviness, and it's like your guides almost wanted to show like this can be something that lightens your load. It might just take a minute though to integrate that knowledge again. It might be heavy at first, but it'll make you feel lighter. Also with the castle, I'm going to reread this part. It says, this card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or position that project the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. Whatever this person's career is, whilst it may be fulfilling for them, they definitely do long to just like run away sometimes, to like be free. And I feel like that's something that they're gonna really see when they meet you, is like you don't trap yourself in a certain career. I feel like if you guys were to become rather well known or famous or whatever it is in your sectors, or even like globally is what I'm hearing, like you have the potential to do that, to be that if you wish. I feel like you guys have a unique way at looking at the world and at what you want to achieve, that doesn't make you feel responsible for the people you attract. I think you guys would appreciate anybody who supports you. Like if you guys have like fans or people who support your project, like supporters, you'd be very appreciative and very grateful, and you would show that. But it's like you don't feel a sense of owing them something just because they supported you. And I think that mindset's really going to heal this person who does deal with that. They feel like they're parasocial with the people who support them, whether it's coworkers, whether it's like literal people like buying their products or brands or whatever it is, I don't know. You're like nonchalant about it all and being like, well, yeah, they support me, like I'm awesome, like that's how it should be, like I deserve this and so do you. But also like respecting the people supporting you, but not putting weight on it. That's what it feels like. You guys are very light with it, and it's very refreshing to this person, and it's going to help them view their career in a much healthier light. I feel like they'd finally take some time off and like set boundaries with their career after they meet you, because they're going to learn from you. I'm going to pull a oracle card for what you and your soulmate are once you merge together. Thank you. Alrighty, the card that you guys got for the animal spirit for the both of you together is another water animal, the whale spirit. Trust the great mystery, number 65. I'm gonna move some of these over. And then your guys' joined tarot card is the Two of Clubs. And then your joint archetype card is the Vision. You guys definitely, I know I said this earlier, I didn't want to say this, but you could be drawn to another group. There's a lot of repeats throughout this. With the whale spirit, I feel like the thing with your guys' journey, since it is a bit later in both of your lives, is what it feels like. It's after you've achieved things. It's after you're proud of yourself for being authentic and pursuing a path that most people don't. You guys are very unique soul purposes in this lifetime, but it feels like you guys are going to learn to appreciate the journey to this person. And I feel like that might sound not true now, because I feel like you guys are kind of going through the ringer with it a bit currently, but I think as time passes you're really going to learn to love the journey, and like getting signs of this person and them dreaming of you and you dreaming of them, and like when you first meet, and like it feels like it's even a slower journey when you finally do meet because of different like cultures, different places you live. It feels like there's little physical barriers, but they don't feel so heavy. They feel temporary. Like, I just see them like fizzling out, like in Wizard 101 when your spell fizzles. That's what it feels like. With the Two of Clubs, I feel like when you two do meet, you guys will have such productive, I'm hearing fiery conversations. I feel like when you guys first meet, this person is going to like spot you in a room and just like have the most intense stare as they like when they find you. I feel like your whole body is going to heat up when this person looks at you. I feel like you guys are also the type where like if you see them looking at you, there's gonna be like a staring contest vibe. Like you're like, well, now I can't look away. Like if I look away, I look like stupid. So you're gonna have this staring competition, but at the same time, like if someone interrupts like this staring game is what I'll call it, you'll like turn around and like hope that he doesn't come over because it like intimidates you. I want to say he. It really feels like divine feminine, divine masculine, like the cliche energy for it, but like not that you guys are cliche, but like the first dynamic sense is like the typical divine feminine masculine. What you guys got together is the Vision card, which is so lovely. I just feel like you guys are gonna birth such a new age is what I'm hearing. Interesting. You guys are saying that with whatever fields you're in, I don't feel like you're in the same one, but I feel like you guys could collab in each other's fields because you're both very multifaceted. Like you're very creative. Both of you are very creative. I wanted to say also with the Two of Wands, it's really funny to me that you guys keep getting these communication cards talking about like how fluid communication is and how easily you understand one another, because I do think there's like a language difference, like some little language barrier things, but it's like it doesn't really phase you guys. You don't really need to always speak with this person. You guys just understand each other. You guys feel like you've known each other for like lifetimes. It's very, very rich and full of depth. I also want to point out on this card, like, you have so many mirroring cards. This definitely could be my, like, twin flame type group, but there's, like, 2 owls, and then, like, the hands holding each other. There's the 2 people on this card. There's the mirroring on that card. There's the literal cards mirroring, like, 2, 2, 1, 1. Like, this is the most twin flame bullshit I've ever seen. I'm going to get into what your 2 messages are. So this is going to be what you'll be thinking soon after you guys first meet. And what, oh goodness gracious, and what they will meet. What will they be thinking, their soulmate? Thank you. Alrighty. We have words do hurt. See, we have another words card. This is so funny to me. Words do hurt. And then from you guys, we also have I imagine you naked. You guys have a very, I want to say like sexually, I want to say like fiery sexual tension. You know the type of tension where like you're very, very aware of the other person's body. And I feel like this isn't always with every romantic interest you have, but some people just kind of set you ablaze and they make you very aware of your own energy. That's this type of person. This person's very intense. They kind of have Scorpio energy, Piscean energy. They love to like, I feel like they like want to like intertwine souls with you is what it feels like. I feel like that's what sex with them would feel like. It's like you're literally like merging your souls, and this person would love that. They have like Venus and Scorpio vibes for sure. I find words do hurt interesting. I think you would be very cautious of what you say around this person. It's very interesting. Like, you're scared that something you might say or do would turn this person away. And I think it's because you have a lot of richness hidden underneath. It's like you guys are into things that most people aren't, and you're scared to bring some of it up because you're scared it's going to scare away this person. How many times am I gonna say scared? But I don't feel like that's a thing with this person. I feel like this person can meet you in your depth. There's someone who can get into that water with you. It's not someone who will shy away from something a bit taboo. We have will you choose me? Which is something I find interesting because I don't want to like make y'all feel like you have to like anticipate like jealousy or something, but I feel like this group, your soulmate is someone very desired, and yet like you kind of tug on their insecurities because they recognize you so fully. You feel so familiar to them. You guys have this like innate sexual connection, and it's like what is it? I feel like I've seen a movie or something where they're like, oh my gosh, like you're like, is it called eye fucking? I don't know what I can say on YouTube without getting censored, but it's like your guys' eye contact is so intimate, and I feel like this person feels that, but they're not even like, I'm hearing they eat it up, but it's like they don't want to focus on it because they don't want to risk like making you uncomfortable and scaring you away, because they don't just see you as some like fling or sexual like connection, because we literally got the number 10, I would do anything for you. Like, this person sees you as marriage material, as your like, I feel like wherever you meet, they don't want to leave without making it very clear that they want to stay in contact with you. Because like I said earlier, you might be from different areas. You might be in a different town than usual. You might, or they might be. So it's like they want to ensure that they don't somehow lose contact with you. I feel like that's like something that would actually scare this person really quickly after you meet them, which is very unique. Like, they just recognize you instantly. And I keep wanting to say recognize you so fully. It's like they're looking at a reflection of themselves when they look at you, but it's like the things they lack you possess, and vice versa. So it's like you guys feel addictive to one another. I guess keep seeing like this like string of like the red string of fate where it's like tied to both of your guys' hearts, and you're like tugging each other towards one another. It's like very like, well, I don't want to say primal, but it kind of is. You guys are so interesting. I'm going to pull 3 tea leaf cards for when you will meet this person, and 3 tarot cards as well. What will the energy be like when group number 3 meets this person? Wow. And then let's pull some tarot. What will the energy be like when group number 3 meets this person? One more. Alrighty, we've got Candle. You will be shown the way, which is literally you guys. I keep thinking of Moana when she just has to like trust her path and keep going. We have Wealth. I'm telling you, your guys' soulmate is rich, but like you guys will be richer. It's very interesting. Oh my gosh, interesting. I keep forgetting that I'm saying that. We have Key. Successful outcome to your problems, and the reason I pulled that is because I got the card Vine, and it says seek out information that will help you, and I wanted a clarifier, and the key is the clarifier. So if you ever feel stuck, the success will naturally flow towards you, and the answers will find you very easily. And then the energy for what you will be in when this person is walking into your life is the 9 of Swords. That is so funny. I know that's a heavy card, but we'll get to that. The Page of Swords and the 8 of Wands. How intriguing. Huh. Group number 3, y'all and your feelings. You guys have to have some water placements, and trust me, I get it. Like, I'm a Pisces with a Scorpio moon. I get it. So I'm not making fun of you, I promise. When this person's about to come in, I don't know why this is so funny to me, but I feel like you guys, weirdly enough, you guys like crying and being upset. I feel like you're honestly like worrying about the connection, worrying about little things in your life that don't matter. And it's almost like you're graced with meeting this person, and it's like they're helping you see the way. That is so, like, it feels fated. It's so fated. That's what I was gonna say. That feels so fated because you're worrying about these things that don't matter. You're getting in your own head, and instead of like doing the opposite and not attracting your soulmate with those negative thoughts, you're like meeting them around this time. And it's like a time where I feel like you're very curious, a time where you're kind of taking a leap of faith on projects that you want, because there's the wealth card paired right above it. You guys are going to be very wealthy with whatever little path you're pursuing. I want to say little path. It's like, was this the group that I said would have a would be good at diversifying their income? I feel like there's a certain thing that you're pursuing currently, but with time you're going to have branches off of this same thing, and you're going to become very wealthy from it. Like, I just feel like you're literally like you're like a millionaire group. Like, you guys are going to be like the sugar daddies and sugar mamas of the world. It's so fun. Like, you guys are going to be able to do all the luxury things you want. And I don't think you guys come from a background of wealth. So this is something like you've earned and you've worked to make for yourself. With the 8 of Wands here, I think this is a time where a lot of things are picking up in your life. Perhaps the career path you're on, or like little soul path. I keep want to say little. What is this? I feel like you guys have a very light perception of whatever this thing you're pursuing is, because it's your soul path as much as it is your career. It's something very soulfully aligned, and you kind of have a childlike wonder with it because it's so fun for you. But with the 8 of Wands here, I think you're going to have a lot of success happening in whatever this venture is as this person comes in, even if there's seeds of doubt. I'm hearing for some of you, you could even be having nightmares around the time this person comes in, which I know this sounds so backwards, because like nightmares and then like your soulmate's approaching soon after, it does sound a bit weird. But I don't know. I think it's like the last little remaining things getting transmuted out of you before this person arrives. I love that you're in such a curious energy though, of like you're going with the flow, you're building your thing, and then this person waltzes in just as all of this is happening. Any further energy that you want to touch on when they are meeting? Yes, we have the 10 of Swords here, y'all. You guys are literally going through a big transformation internally and externally. I feel like your internal world is having the transformation first because you guys are purging a lot out. But we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords here. It's like you might feel right as this person's coming in that nothing's happening with your career, but it's like, it's interesting. The Four of Swords is like it's at a stalemate, presumably, like it looks like that in the 3D. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like I see a wheel spinning and it's kind of going slow and then it picks up really fast. Like that's you guys. It's gonna wind and gear itself up a lot swifter once this person's about to come in. Like you might be like, oh wow, I have so many new clients, or I have so many new followers, or I have so many new this, or so many more people bought my stuff today. It's like this all starts rapidly picking up because we have the Knight of Spheres. Like this is the beginning of your wealth, is what I want to say. This is like your wealth picking up and remaining in a flow state that is going to just get richer and richer. And I love that your guides are pointing out like this security thing for you. Perhaps that's also something you've been worrying about, is what I'm hearing and stressing about, is like money and making, I'm hearing a name for yourself. Like you want to feel accomplished with yourself. And I think when this person's coming in, everything is honestly like just working out for you and getting better and better because your mindset has shifted and you've become like a better version of yourself by letting yourself pursue your soul path. It doesn't feel like you ever entertained anything else though. It feels like you just like knew what your path was, and even though you may have been hesitant at first, you're now like full steam ahead sailing on that path. I'm going to pull one of these oracle cards and one moonology. Thank you. And then one moonology. Oh nope, that's a stack. Moonology. We have I love you. These are powerful words, number 30. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. And then we have balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Like I said, there's a lot of Piscean energy. With this though, I do think this is talking about your career. Like you're doing a grounded spiritual path is what it feels like. I keep wanting to say you're making a name for yourself. So like even if there's no progress currently, like don't you all fret, you guys are doing the right thing. I'm going to pull one love card for you guys. This is the artwork of your guys' card. I love this artwork. It's so blue. And then it says embrace. Through one another, you find the missing pieces. Guys, I was just saying earlier that you guys will literally find, like, you're a reflection of one another, and yet it feels like whatever you don't have, they have, and whatever they don't have, you have. I love that, because that's literally like your guys' cards. Like, you have 2 of this, he has 2 of the other. It's so cute. And then to manifest this person, we have Obsidian, number 39. That is so fascinating, because usually, you know, I don't know, like a lot of the other groups get very specific crystals for certain chakras, but for you guys it feels like you just need to use, I'm hearing even like any dark crystal, like if you have black tourmaline, if you have black onyx, if you have obsidian, any dark crystal like that is going to highly benefit you right now. Even if you're not even like attracting love, I feel like you most likely are if you're watching this, but if you're not, this will even help you with your career. Just wearing obsidian on you daily to try to like detox out any negative thoughts still lingering within you, and it's going to help you transmute more rapidly as well. I'm going to pull some of these paper slips, and then, oh actually, so I completely forgot, I'm going to roll some astrology confirmations for you. So this could be you or your soulmate. We have Sagittarius, we have Gemini, I mentioned that one earlier. We have Pisces, I mentioned that one a lot. Gemini again. And Aquarius. Yes, this is a very Aquarian group. It wouldn't surprise me if you guys have Aquarius in the 2nd or 10th house. We have the slip I love you, which is really cute because we had maybe it'll focus. We had the oracle card come out that literally just said, I love you. I feel like your guides just want to let you know that you are heavily loved right now, even if you feel very heavy and alone. We have soul tribe, so this person will definitely be a part of your soul tribe and they will feel like it. We have dance. I feel like you or this person like grew up dancing. We have brown eyes. We have smile, so this person could have a very significant, what was I saying? Like, you may really like their smile. We have Virgo. We have pale skin. We have the number 55, which I personally think is representing the change that you're going through when this person comes in. We have new person, so this is definitely someone you have not met before. We have let go, which I think is emphasizing that you guys are on a transformation phase where you have to purge a lot of things you're holding on to. As well as them though, they have to purge the idea of their career and the way they're approaching it. We have it's coming. So for some of you, this could be sooner than later. We have the number 5 again, so you guys definitely could be seeing repeating 5s, like we live 555. We have Uranus, after I said earlier that you guys may have Uranus placements. Guys, we have twin flame. I was saying earlier, you guys mirror each other so much in this group. We have I miss you, and like I said, I feel like you and your soulmate feel each other and miss each other a lot before you guys physically meet. We have the letters, we have the letter, I think it's H, and we have the letter X. I'm actually going to pull a few of these paper slips. I did not do this for the other groups, so do not tell them, but I kind of feel like there's something else in these for you guys. I actually found a Libra card. Like, it fell out of the other ones, weirdly enough, but let's get into these. I got a few more than I thought, so. We have magnetic presence. I feel like you both have this in very different ways. Like, your soulmate feels a lot sunnier and a lot more like Leo energy, whereas you feel like the moon. We have famous. So like I said, your person could be well known, but I also feel like you guys have the potential to be famous if you wish it. We have has an accent. See, I'm telling you, these cards are exactly what we needed. This person, I feel like, has a language barrier of some sort with you. We have hazel eyes. We have age gap. Yeah, I said earlier that some of them might be a bit older than you. We have separation phase. See, all of these are so resonant. I was saying earlier that there might be like a location thing, like you might live in different places. And that's why I feel like this person would be very adamant on getting your contact information so they don't lose you somehow. We have pale skin again. I feel like, yeah, we got that over here. We have grounded. We have bubbly. We have green eyes. And last but not least, we have strong eye contact. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. This person like undresses you with their eyes, for sure. Alrighty, group number 3, I think that is it today. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading and that it resonated. If you feel called, please feel free to like or subscribe, and please comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. They make my day to hear from you guys. And I want to thank your guides and my guides as well as you for being here today. And until next time, group number 3.